All right, good afternoon, everyone. How are y'all? I'm just making sure everything is working here real quick. Yep, there it goes. Awesome. All right, wow, I am live on 3 platforms all at the same time. This is probably going to suck up a bit of my bandwidth, so I'll probably be a little bit delayed. Questions? Video output low. You think? I can't really boost that though, can I? Not really. Not without closing one of them. Hey, Arthur, 3333, welcome. Okay, so there is going to be a bit of a delay on YouTube, but maybe I can fix that by, well, I can't close my browser. So I hope everybody is doing well this weekend. Yeah, wow, this is crazy. Okay, those of you watching on Facebook and YouTube, give me a minute. I need to switch my internet signal to a more powerful one. Go. Boosted my video output signal on YouTube, so that's awesome. Okay, so how is everybody doing? I hope everybody had a great week. Dr. Dre 321, welcome. How are you doing? Okay, since I'm on 3 platforms all at the same time, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, y'all bear with me. I'm going to try and keep with everybody's questions. If I miss you, I'm sorry. I promise I'm not doing this on purpose. Okay, so those two on my Twitter feed. How are y'all? How are y'all doing? Go ahead and reply. Let me know you guys are getting through okay. One of the things I wanted to talk about today was how often or how easy it has become for me to talk to random people that I have never really met before. It's one of the things that I have enjoyed about starting my own business is it's not so much that I'm forced to talk to new people, it's that I get a chance to come out of my shell and get to know new people. And so that is one thing that my business has really helped me out. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about tonight was a promotion that is going on right now with Shackley that kind of hits close to me. Okay, so one of the things that I see more often are veterans that, whether retired or active, have a hard time not only reintegrating back into being home, but in more cases than not, the ones that I hear about are ones that are unable to find any kind of job because the military is all they know. And so one of my dreams, one of my companies that I've always wanted to start was one that employed mainly, if not only, veterans. Okay, whether they're just coming home, if they've been in and they're looking for a little bit of extra money, or whatever the deal may be. I wanted to employ mainly just veterans so that those people had a chance to come home and reintegrate back into the working world and make a living. And so the promotion that's going on right now is actually with Shackley, something that I am going to take a huge part in as far as trying to recruit our veterans. Is right now veterans join free. Okay, well, how you join is actually really simple. You contact me if you're a veteran. I then contact Shackley, tell them that, hey, this person wants to join. They are a veteran. Here's their contact information. They then reach out to that veteran. They verify their service, whether retired or active, doesn't matter. Once they verify that, they take care of the initial paperwork and they send you a distributor kit. You are now set up as a distributor in Shackley. You now have a job, okay? I say job. I don't consider this your typical job. Okay, I don't consider network marketing a job. Yes, you have to work, but this is something that you get to be you on. Okay, and so then as far as veterans go, essentially Shackley has now offered me a way to make my business actually help happen by helping our veterans join and start a business of their own, eventually leading up to their own organization. And so that is one more reason why I'm very proud to be a part of Shackley, because they now have shown me a way to start my own business doing exactly what I want to do, and that's helping our veterans um, essentially get into the working world on their pace and their time. So, if you all know of any veterans that are looking to make a little extra money or are looking to find a way to work at all, please contact me. My contact information can be found pretty much anywhere now. It's on my YouTube channel. I put it in the description for my videos. I'm on Facebook. Essentially, there is no way that you can't contact me if somebody is looking for something like this. And eventually, it's not exactly how I wanted my company to run if I was ever able to get this started, but it is definitely a step in the right direction. Um, Ultimately, my dream for this was to not only employ veterans, but also have the staff on hand, like a psychiatrist, to help with PTSD. So y'all wouldn't have to worry about that. Y'all just come on in to the company and talk to them directly. You don't have to pay any extra for it. This would probably be one of the few employees that I would have on hand that would not necessarily be a veteran, but could help in this particular regard. Um, and so, there were a lot of ways that I wanted to do this, and like I said, this isn't exactly how I wanted it to get started, but it definitely is on the right path. And so, right now, I'm going to be pushing this offer from Shackley quite a bit, because if you're willing to go out and fight for our country, um, then there's no reason why your country can't come back and try to help you. And so that is something that really kind of hits, because I'm not a veteran. Um, I've never served. I don't know what it's like. All I've ever heard are stories, but I feel like it's my responsibility to try to help veterans wherever possible get reintegrated back into their home. And I know that that's easier said than done, I'm sure, but it's at least a way that I know of that I can say thank you to everything that y'all have done. So um, I hope that you will reach out and talk to me, um, and let's really just get started. So that was the first thing I wanted to talk about. Another thing I wanted to talk about: if you're going to start your own business, one of the things that one of the people that I listen to quite a bit, his name is Eric Worre, and he's not in one product or another. He is strictly training you on how to be a network marketing professional. And I recently got a chance to listen to one of his webinars where he brought up some really good points that I think every network marketing professional should definitely look for when thinking about starting their own business. And that is, there were actually a few things. One, look at the history of the company. I'm making notes as we do this. Look at the history of the company. How long have they been in business? What kind of reputation do they have? One of the reasons that I chose the one that I did was because they have a history that dates back a little over 100 years. It was started by an actual doctor in 1915 who brought the very first what is it, multivitamin product to the United States. Okay, and it was in liquid form. It's something that I'm actually about to start my 6-month-old on, so that he gets his vitamins. I'm going to mix it in with his food, but he started that in 1915. So now here we are in 2017, about to be 2018. It's been over 100 years, and this company is still going. The next thing you want to look for, what does it do to help others? Okay. Well, no, let's not make that number two. Let's make number two what Eric had said, and look at the supplier. Okay, so for instance, in starting a network marketing professional career, whatever it may be, more often than not, the reason that a company fails is because they have to come up with a product from scratch, manufacture it, and ship it out. And that's only a small fraction as to what a company has to do in order to succeed. Look at Apple, look at Microsoft, look at Samsung. They all have to make a product and then push it out in order to be successful. When I started as a network marketing professional, one of the things that I looked for was, what is my supplier? Is this something that I'm going to have to make on my own, or is it something that is already done for me? And in this particular case, it's already done for me. I have a supplier. All I need to do now is find the customer side of it, or the business builder side of it. Okay? They offer me the training and the supplies that I need to make my own business work online for me at my pace. So none of that I even have to worry about. Okay? They also take care of the taxes side of it. Now, having said that, the room that I'm in right now is my office. I use it at least 1 hour every week, right? A lot of times I'm doing more than that. But that is a part of my taxes that I get to say, hey, yeah, I'm using 30% of my home to run a business. The financial side of it, though, whatever money I make past I think it's $600, Shackley takes care of all the taxes side of it. So you want to look for that in a company as well. Are they going to take care of all the financial end? Because if they are, then you're on the right track to having a business that works at your own pace. Sorry, I have YouTube up behind me, and it's kind of weird watching the delay. Facebook and Twitter are live; it's real time. I'm not noticing any kind of a delay, but with YouTube, I'm noticing one, so it's kind of funny to watch that. But in any event, the next thing you want to look for is, how do they treat their distributors? Okay? In my opinion, you have to have a very high sense of honor and morale towards your distributors if you're going to succeed. To date, I have yet to have a single bad experience with support when I have a question. I may be at the bottom of the barrel right now as far as a business leader, and in fact, right now I'm not really considered a business leader because I don't have a huge group under me working with me. But it doesn't change the fact that every time I call in, they're helping me 100%, no trouble. They answer any one of my questions, and off I go. Case in point, when was it? When did I call last? I guess it's been a few weeks now. I kind of think I called sooner than that, but it's been a few weeks. It was the last one I can remember. And I had a question as far as why a particular product wasn't being shipped to me. The person not only told me why, but they went on to tell me all the products that followed the same reasoning, which was more than what I had asked. And it was a huge blessing because now I got to pass that on and I got to try to find the replacement for it. Which they do quite often. Most of the time, whenever Shackley discontinues a product, it's because they have something better that supersedes it, and that's what you should be looking for, not the older one. So they discontinued the older one. Case in point would be my wife's shampoo. They discontinued hers, leaving only the one that I use, which my wife likes to use as well. So it works. They discontinued a lot of their Infusel skincare stuff because they just came out with Shackley Youth. And so, in my opinion, if you're willing to tell your distributors exactly what's been discontinued or what's new or what's coming without being so secretive about it, that says a lot to me. Okay? What is going on my YouTube page? Well, there's a bit of a delay, but it's alright. Sorry, I just wanted to look at that real quick and see what was going on. So, how a company treats their distributors says a lot to who they are as a company. The next thing that I would put on that list personally is, do they have a future in play? A lot of companies, I say a lot. Some of the ones that I've come across in my lifetime, they didn't last very long because they didn't plan for whatever changes were coming. Okay, now there is a big way in network marketing that is helping a lot of people with other companies that they work with work a little faster, and it's something that I think I'm going to contact Shackley this week and suggest to them because I think they need to get on the ball with this. And I'm not going to lay it out now, but I do think that they need to get on the ball with this and get this change going in order to still be a competitor. Now, I say competitor. There is no company like Shackley. I don't care how close you get, you are not Shackley. Okay? Me and my sister, we're kind of at a conflict right now because I do Shackley, which now has Shackley Youth, which is a whole line of skincare, whereas my sister does Unique, so hers is all makeup. It's a little bit of a competition there, but there's still no company like Shackley because I know exactly what goes in it, and you may know in Unique, but in my opinion, Shackley's going to be better. Okay, to my sister, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. That's how I feel. So definitely look at whether or not the company is going to be able to keep up with the changes that our society falls into in order to keep going. Okay, so nobody on Facebook. There's one person on YouTube. I'm not sure who it is, although it could be my kiddo. So anyway, those to me are the top reasons why I chose to be a distributor for Shackley like I did, because they met those criteria. And Eric, when he put that in his video, it was like, yeah, okay, Shackley meets all these. Why wouldn't I go with them? Now, I'm not saying that there's not others that aren't good out there. I mean, you've got Unique, you've got Shackley, you've got, I know people that like Advocare. I don't care for it, but that was their choice. That's what they decided to do. And so do your research. Don't just sign up with something because it's a fad. Sign up with it because of what the company is. Okay, what are their qualities as far as the product they come out with? How do they treat their distributors? What is their history? You know, a company that just gets started today, yeah, they don't have a history, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you shouldn't go with them. You got to look at what their business plan is. Where are they going? Are they going to be around in 100 years, or are they just another fad and they'll be out tomorrow? You know what I mean? So definitely look into that. Wow, and just like that, it's been 20 minutes. That's unreal. See, time flies when you're having fun. This to me is fun. I get a chance to know y'all. I get a chance to answer any questions y'all may have. I don't worry about the time. I'm actually watching the time to make sure I don't go over an hour, because I can talk like this for hours on end. So anyway, let me. What else? There's something else I wanted to talk with y'all about. I don't necessarily know it'll cover the remaining 40 minutes, but there was something. I wish my friend Jessica were online right now. She's always got questions for me. Can't minimize my own video. I think Facebook should change that. Oh, that's interesting. I've got this little exclamation point on one of my web browsers, and apparently a couple of my buttons on my browser have been disabled. I'll have to take care of those later. I'm sorry about the delay. I guess I should have expected that when it comes to broadcasting on 3 platforms at one time. If I could switch, ooh, that might be an idea. Have more than one Wi-Fi signal. That might not actually be a bad idea. I might be big enough to get that going. Okay, yes, I have a notepad here. I'm just writing down notes. If you guys have any questions, give me a way to keep up with everything. So look into second. Oops. You guys will get a kick out of this. I meant to write Wi-Fi. Accidentally wrote wife. I don't need a second wife. No, just no. We're not even going to go into that. Look into second Wi-Fi. Then maybe you guys won't have as many issues. It won't be as delayed for y'all. So what is that? Oh, that just means that's muted. Yeah, I wish I could see what this notification was, but I can't without closing everything. Well, maybe I can. Let me see. I don't need that. Let's take a look here, and I can just try to see. Yeah. Processing request. Oh. Yeah, okay, that's not that big a deal. So we'll close that and come back here. Okay, so, man, where are all my friends from overseas? One thing I did find was cool. I got one more subscriber, and I know that's like, oh, well, you only have 6. Well, that means something to me because I know who 3 of those 6 are, and it doesn't do me any good. So essentially, I've only got 3 subscribers. It's why I spread the word as much as I can about my YouTube channel, because a lot of what I want to do, ultimately, I want to stop Twitter and Facebook and do all my Let's Chats on YouTube so that you guys all have one central location. But for now, I think it's actually better if I do 3 platforms at one time to help get the word out there and to share with y'all my experiences and answer any questions y'all may have. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put this away then. Well, yeah, I'll put it away for now. If you guys have any questions and I need to make a note of it, I'll bring it back out. One of the things that I also wanted to talk about, if you're gonna be a part of my team, one of the things that is going to help, and this I believe is true in every type of network marketing professional, people need to see that what you're talking about, what you're so passionate about, you're actually using. Actions do speak louder than words. Okay, I could talk to y'all all day long about how great Shackley product is and how great they are to their people, but if I don't actually use it, I'm blowing hot air. And I don't want y'all to get the impression that Shackley isn't a good company. Okay, in fact, this right here, this is my Shackley energizing tea. Okay, this particular one is pomegranate flavored. Okay, now not everybody likes this, which is fine. It's all a matter of preference. They do have a green tea, which is right here. Okay, I don't care for green tea though, so I don't drink it. My wife, however, does love green tea. That's why this box is here for her. I've got a new canister of Shackley Life Energizing Shake. Okay, this here replaces my breakfast when I'm in a hurry in the mornings. Okay, so if you're going to say how great something is and how perfect something is and how this, that, and the other, but you're not going to switch over and start using those things in your house, then what good is it for you to go online like this and say how wonderful it is? Excuse me. Okay, so I've told y'all about Get Clean. I've told y'all about shampoo. I've told y'all about the Shackley Life Shakes. These are all things that I have in my home. One day, I'll even show them all to you. I'll show you where I keep them all. I've got pretty much the entire Get Clean line in the carrying case in my utility room, and we pull it out every time we need to clean something. I've got germ-off wipes that we go through the canister through. I mean, there's only 35 wipes per canister, and we go through them like that. It's crazy. Now I've got my stress relief complex that I use on a daily basis. I even used one today just to make sure everything would go smoothly for y'all. I've got MindWorks, which helps my mental ability. I took one of those today, which I've got a good story for that, y'all here in a minute. So one of the principles that Shackley teaches is you need to Shackley-ize your house. I've just about done that completely. I've got shower gel for me. I've got deodorant. I've got, they don't do toothpaste anymore, so I don't have toothpaste. But I've got a house cleaning kit. I mean, there are so many things that I want to be able to use. And simply put, I just can't right now. It doesn't mean I won't. But I have the staples in my house that my family needs right now. I'm about to start adding Shackley's Liquid to mix in with my 6-month-old's baby food so that he keeps getting all the nutrients that he needs. And yes, I did say 6-month-old. He's just now starting rice cereal, and we'll be adding in other foods later. I want to make sure that he keeps getting the same nutrients that he's been getting since the day he was born. And so I'm going to start mixing Liquid in. My parents, I officially have been using Shackley for 34 years now. June will be 35. When I was 3 days old, my parents discovered that my mother wasn't producing anything. So they started me on baby formula, right? My dad knew that that wasn't enough. So he took Shackley's Chewable Vita C, ground it up, mixed it with my formula, and I've been using it ever since. My son, Ryan, he's my youngest now. I'm going to start mixing in Liquid with his baby food so he keeps getting everything that he needs. When he gets older and he can chew foods, I'll start giving him Shackley's Incredivites like I do with my wow, almost 8-year-old. Golly, that's crazy to me. My son is going to be 8 years old next month. And not even a month. We're actually less than that. His birthday is December 5th. Oh, my wife joined. Hey, honey. I hope I didn't wake her up. I turned the speaker off in the living room so that I wouldn't wake her or the baby. My wife is a real trooper, and um, I've started telling people this. When people look at me, they know that I'm biased towards Shackley. When they look at my wife, though, my wife has got virtually no experience in Shackley like I do. So I use my wife as a guinea pig, and she might just now be learning this. Oh, cool. You're good. He's still sleeping. Good. I hope so. Um, I kind of use my wife as a guinea pig. Whenever somebody has a question about a Shackley product, I actually will put my wife on it so that they see real results as opposed to looking at me and thinking that none of the results are real. Um, so right now, my wife, one of the newest ones that my wife is using, it's not necessarily a new product, but it's new to my wife, is the Shackley Nourishing Scalp Treatment. Um, I have a before and after picture of her using it on day 1 and day 30, and it actually is lasting her longer than this. I think she's just now. My wife posted a comment. I know, with the emoji sticking out. Um, but anyway, um, so she started using the nourishing scalp treatment, and not only is it helping her scalp as it is, her hair has actually grown back in the places where it was gone to begin with. Why she started using the scalp treatment in the first place. Um, so whenever something new comes out, I try to use my wife as a guinea pig, so nobody thinks that there's any real kind of bias in there. The results will be real. Um, when Shackley came out with their Shackley Performance line, um, that one was new to both of us, and so me and my wife actually both use it. And I don't know how she feels about the Recover, but for me, it does exactly what they tell you it's going to do. Um, they Shackley Recover essentially is primarily tart cherry, and it's designed to help your muscles build faster while you sleep, so that you're not quite so sore the next day. Well, my wife was telling me earlier that from our workout on Thursday, she actually is sore, whereas me, we did the exact same workout. I used the whey protein, which she can't do right now because it's got milk in it. Um, but I use the whey protein and the Recover. My wife used the Recover. Today, I don't feel anything. That whole second day after, um, where you really feel pain, I definitely feel a difference when I take it. That's from my wife. She's I've got two people on Facebook now. I wonder who the second one is. Um, they haven't said hi, so I don't know who it is. Um, but my wife just said on Facebook that she definitely can tell a difference when she takes it and when she doesn't. Me right now, um, let's see, what did we do, honey? I think we probably did somewhere close to like 50, 60 incline bench presses, something like that. I kind of lost count after my first 20. Um, but I don't feel sore at all. As hard as this workout is, I don't feel sore. I don't want y'all to think that, oh, well, he's just saying that because he doesn't work out. Yeah, no, I work out. Allison Dane. Well, good afternoon, Allison. How are you? Um, I hope you're having a good one, Allison. Um, but so anyway, well, it said Allison Dane joined, and then I lost one person watching. So either my wife hung up, or Allison did. I'm not real sure. Allison, if you're there, go ahead and say hi. I have a feeling it's my wife, though. My wife is such a trooper. I love her. She's been a big support in me starting this because she sees how happy I am when I do this. 40. Okay, my wife did 40 incline and 40 hang clean box squats. Wow, yeah, no wonder you're sore, honey. Um, um, so that was our workout, and I mean we both did different numbers, but that most people, myself included, will tell you that Most of the time when you feel sore, it's not the day after you work out, but it's the day following that. And I told Corey, I don't feel anything. I use the whey protein and the recover, and I don't feel a thing. I know it's working, but I don't feel any kind of pain whatsoever. And my wife is kind of laughing at me here recently. She's seen my back. I'm not one that had any kind of definition, as far as I know, in my back, and she kind of laughs at me when she sees it because she sees the results of us working out, and she's like, "Wow, you have definition where I've never seen you have definition before." um, so I'm very thankful to our trainer who's been helping us out. My wife, her both of our goals were to fit into our clothes that we have to wear for a wedding at the end of next month, and my wife can officially get into her dress. So I'm very proud of her for that one. I can get into my suit. I just can't wear a shirt with it, as far as I know. I haven't checked recently, but having the whey protein and having the recover has tremendously helped us. And then both my wife and I share, I think it's a 24 ounce. It's either a 20 ounce or a 24 ounce bottle of Shaklee Hydrate. Essentially, it's designed to help you stay hydrated longer so that when you're working out like we do, you don't have to worry so much about becoming dehydrated that much. And so that has definitely helped us out while we're doing these workouts. Now, usually before the workout, I'll do a Shaklee Energize, which is part of this line too. Because at the end of the day, I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I don't really feel like working out that much after a day's work. So, I've lost my energy, and I just don't feel like doing it. Yeah, she says, just don't combine it with the Energize. Yeah, so this week I combined Shaklee Hydrate and Shaklee Energize into one bottle. They both were lemon lime flavored, so I didn't think much of it. Yeah, no, it didn't taste good at all. Definitely won't be doing that one again. I'll do the Energize on my own, and then I'll do a Hydrate for both of us, and we'll just leave it at that. So anyway, my wife and I, we definitely have noticed a huge difference in our lives when we incorporate the Shaklee products that we use the most. I told y'all last week that I've got very dry skin, and so using the Shaklee moisturizing shower gel plus the hand and body lotion, I don't have to worry about that anymore. So it's more to me about helping others than getting the results that I'm getting. But when you're in network marketing professional, if you can show people the results, they're more inclined to believe you when you say something works the way it does. Corey, I know you're still listening. Oh, we just had somebody else join. Good afternoon to you. Corey, for everybody listening on Facebook, part of the line that we use at our house and the Get Clean line is the Shaklee Laundry. It's the Fresh Laundry Concentrate, the Soft Fabric, and the Stain Remover and Laundry Booster. With a 6-month-old, you can imagine how dirty your clothes can get. Corey, have you noticed how well has the Stain Remover been working on Ryan's clothes? I'd say they've been working pretty well. A lot of the things that you would think would stain a baby's clothes, Shaklee Stain Remover has taken it right out without even thinking twice about it. As much as our son has spit up on us, I don't think I own a single piece of clothing that's stained like that because of Shaklee Stain Remover. I asked a question to my wife that she'd have to actually type a lot for, so might take her a minute to respond. So when you're doing network marketing, whatever it may be, eyes your house. Okay, in other words, the products that you would normally buy at the grocery store, replace them with what you're going to be doing, with what you're going to be a distributor for. Okay, Um, yeah, see, she says pretty well for the most part, as long as we don't let it sit for a week. LOL. um, Obviously, everything has its limits. So, when you're looking at which company, so Corey, for a while, there was one time where we had four different uh, things we were distributors for. We did Shackley for me, Mary Kay for her, Scentsy for us, and I forget what the fourth one was. Corey might say here in a minute. But at one point we had four, and life just became crazy. We had to let some of this go. Well, for a while I stopped Shackley, but then it dawned on me. Oh, Michelle Williams Duzan, just saw this. Don't know if you are talking about Basic H for pre-wash, but I love it. Yeah, no, Michelle, we are. Michelle, the Shackley years ago, they revamped Basic H. It's now called Basic H2, and it's part of the Get Clean line. And so what Michelle is talking about specifically, the Basic H2, it is a very, very small amount. Corey, you're going to have to help me with this one. It is a very small amount of ratio of what you need Basic H to distilled water in order to do different things. I think the biggest amount for any of them is for the degreaser, and it's like, what is it, like a tablespoon and a half or a teaspoon and a half of Basic H and distilled, and then you fill the rest of the bottle with distilled water. That's the degreaser, and I have seen this degreaser take things off that I didn't imagine. Now, it was my fault. Corey had made a cranberry sauce that was absolutely delicious. I spilled some of it on the counter, didn't realize it, put down a pizza stone, and then the pizza stone got freaking stuck to our counter. I'm sitting here thinking, what in the world? It's a pizza stone. So I sprayed the outside edge of it with the degreaser formula. I think it was like 5 minutes later, the whole thing popped up like it wasn't stuck at all. The window cleaner, you mix, I think it's 2 drops of Basic H with distilled water, and my wife actually loves it so much that she replaced her windshield wiper fluid with the window cleaner solution, and it actually works a whole lot better than your average windshield wiper. Excuse me, your actual windshield wiper solution. It left no streaks whatsoever. It cleaned the window. You couldn't hardly even tell you were looking out a window unless you knew you were sitting in front of the windshield. It was amazing. Michelle. Wow, Michelle, I didn't realize it was that long. Michelle says she's been using Basic H for over 30 years. Yeah, my wife says Basic H has a multitude of uses. Pre-wash and stain treatment. It's just one of the many things that's great on, which she is absolutely true. Now, I don't know for sure on the Basic H2. Okay, I know you can still buy the original Basic H, but now it's in a 5-gallon bucket. My dad, growing up, used Basic H in our garden. That was some of the best fruits and vegetables I've ever had. Oh, Michelle, your mother-in-law introduced you. Well, over 30 years, so that would have been, what, early 80s? Yeah. And so, you know, you got stories like this from my friend Michelle. Shackley works, okay? Don't just take it from me. Go out and do the research. Use it yourself. Try it, and just see. Michelle, I don't know if you know this. Corey, I hope you don't mind me sharing this story. When my wife, and she'll correct me here if I'm wrong, my wife, when she was 16 weeks pregnant, I think you were 16 weeks. See, I thought it was 3 months. 16 weeks, she lost her dad. I didn't ask about it. I didn't even think about it. and I immediately put my wife on stress relief complex and mood lift. Um, I trusted Shackley enough to just say, "Here, start taking this." And don't get me wrong, when you're pregnant, your emotions are all out of whack. Then you throw in the death of a family member, and there's no telling what you'll end up like. But for my wife, it kept everything completely safe. Um, keep up the good work. I'm out. Thank you, Michelle. We'll talk to you hopefully tomorrow. Um, but so, um, I'm just liking a couple of these real quick. Oh, I froze. Oh, let's see if I come back. My wife says I froze, but on my computer I'm still going. Honey, we're sucking up a lot of bandwidth, so I don't know. I hope you guys can still hear me okay. But so anyway, today our son, this was when she was pregnant with our son Logan. He'll be 8 in just a few weeks, and there were absolutely no side effects whatsoever. So, it shows I'm still alive, and it still shows somebody. I don't know. I mean, it's still showing on me. It's still showing on my end that I've been talking for 47 minutes now. But so anyway, oh yeah, there's a bit of a delay. Got too much bandwidth going on. So I didn't hesitate. Now our son, he's in GT. He stands nearly as tall as me. There were absolutely no side effects to me putting her on stress relief and mood lift when she was pregnant. So that was a huge blessing to us. Probably too many things on your Wi-Fi. LOL. Yeah, that would definitely be it, honey. I'm broadcasting on 3 different platforms all at the same time right now: YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook all at once. I can only imagine. I'm actually kind of surprised nothing is frozen on me yet. Uh, and then we've got your phone on the Wi-Fi. We've got our security system on the Wi-Fi. Yeah, as soon as I'm done with this in 12 minutes, I'm sure everything will speed up. Um, but so, any event, now I've got a friend who is on her 4th bottle of stress relief complex, and um, she's actually allergic to one of the ingredients, and so she doesn't care. She's on her 4th bottle. It helps her out. It helps keep her stress levels under control. I know a lot of what's going on in her life. So to know that stress relief is actually helping her out is huge. When I nearly had a heart attack 2 years ago, I immediately started stress relief on a daily basis. Now, my stress levels are nowhere near where they were, but I don't stop taking the stress relief because I don't want that fear. I don't need that coming back. We just had somebody else new join, so I hope they'll say hi here in a minute. So I'll see who they are. But so, in any event, when I ask you to try Shackley, I'm not saying it just because I'm hoping that'll make a sale. I'm telling you this because I know it'll help. In the 3 years that I've been doing this as a business, one time have I had to get somebody back their money. One time. Okay? Now, I'm not saying that there won't be more in the future, but for now, it's been one time. In 34, well, let's not call it 34. Let's call it 24. In 24 years that I have seen people use Shackley, I have never once heard of anybody ask for their money back. So, Shackley works, and all I'm asking you to do is try it. You've got nothing to lose but time. Okay? I'm going to ask you to try one product until you're done with it. When it's over, if you say you don't like it for whatever reason, Shackley will give you back 100% of what you paid for it at product cost. What did she say? I'll check. I'll check out so you can finish. Well, that's okay, honey. You don't need to. Um, I've only got a few minutes left. Um, so anyway, so case in point, a friend of mine, she tried liver DTX for her husband, only to find out that her husband was on stage 4 liver cancer. So the liver DTX probably wouldn't have worked anyway. And yet, I called Shackley and I said, hey, I've got somebody, they don't like the liver DTX, they want their money back, what do I do? And Shackley said, okay, give me the person's name. Gave him the name. Give me the order number. Gave him the order number. They immediately went in, they put me on hold for like 2 minutes, came in and said, okay, Mr. McMillan, it's all done. They should see their money in about 5 to 10 business days. What? I was shocked. I couldn't believe how easy that was. The way I work, if you give me money, okay, I hold on to it until I hear one way or another from you as to whether or not you like it or you want more. I don't spend a dime of it on anything until I hear from you. Okay, that's how I work. I told Shackley that I had the money. They told me, don't worry about it. It's already taken care of. I was amazed. I loved how easy that was. Okay, I didn't like doing it, but it was very reassuring knowing that Shackley would in fact enact on their 100% money back guarantee. That is the Shackley guarantee, and I don't know another company that will do that. You want to be a distributor, you want to start a network marketing profession, do research and find companies like Shackley that you can trust and you can trust other people with. Okay? Do your research. Do your homework. I'm not going to compare. Okay? Shackley is the best. That's what I'm sticking with. I will do it until the day I die. I might not make $1,000 doing it. Don't care. Because I've seen how it can help others. I've seen the power behind it. Now it's time for you to experience the same thing that I have. You may not have exactly the story that I've got, and that's okay. Everybody is different. But if you're going to work with me, I don't believe in secrets. What I know, you know. Okay? Period. Whatever I'm trained on, you'll be trained on. Period. Okay? The prices are all the same. I will not treat you different. All I ask is that you start Shackleyizing your house. Okay? Start small. It doesn't have to be big. Okay? We've got everything from chapstick to meal replacement. Pick something. Doesn't have to be big. But know that I'm going to be there with you to help you every step of the way. I've got your back. All I ask is that you pay that forward. Okay? If you're going to be a part of my team, I'm going to treat you with respect. I expect you to treat others with the same respect. It's going to be difficult, okay, but I can guarantee you that it's worth it. Worth it. It is worth being a distributor for a company like mine. I love every minute of it. I won't ever look back. Okay? I'm looking up at the clock and I see that we're at 54.5 minutes. We're at the end of the hour. I hope that you will consider becoming a network marketing professional because like Eric says, we do have a better way. I went out and I'm sharing this with the world. I hope y'all will do the same, no matter what it is. Okay? My hope is that you'll join me because I know how good a product Shackley is. I know how great a company they are. I know how fantastic they are when it comes to quality and giving back to the planet. Okay? Roger Barnett, currently he is our CEO. The Barnett family, I think, started or at some point bought Revlon. Roger Barnett, one of the sons, the only son maybe, I don't know, I have to look into that, spent $20 million in 5 years to find a company that would give back to its distributors, back to the planet, and be safe for everybody. And after 5 years and $20 million, he came down to Shackley. He is our CEO. He has done amazing things, and I look forward to meeting him in Vegas in August at our next big conference. I do hope that you will consider becoming a network marketing professional, because it is a better way, as Eric says. It's hard. It's worth it. Not every day is a piece of cake, but it's fun. I love it. I don't let anybody that tells me no stand in my way. I keep going. It's just not for them. Okay, fine. Move on. Because at the end of the day, even though this person says no, I still say yes. Okay? Shackley touches nearly every aspect of your day-to-day life, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. I've got somebody joining right now on Facebook. They just left. That's okay. At 4 minutes left, you guys have a way to get a hold of me. If you have any questions, I'm always checking my email. Ask my wife. She can't hardly get me off the phone. But it's not so much because I'm playing games anymore. It's because I'm looking to help others. I do my research. I read every day. I have my own site now. I'm going to post that on YouTube and Facebook right now. Hang on a second. I've got to look this real quick, because I don't want to tell you all wrong either. This is a fairly, there it is, stevemcmillan.yourwellnessproject.com. Okay. So we're going to post this real quick. This is my site now. This is where I get all my articles from. Go check that out. Okay, let me post it on YouTube real quick. Okay. This is where I get my information from. Y'all want to know what I do, why I do it. You want access to the same articles that I do. This is where I go to get it. Okay, this is my site. This is me. You have any questions, please feel free to ask. Okay. www.stevemcmillan.org. You want to learn how you can work with me? There's my site for that. Which actually, the same site will also lead you to the Wellness Project. To your Wellness Project. Come join me. Come see why I love this so much. Okay? 19 comments on Facebook, and I'm pretty sure just about every one of them is from my wife. I love that woman. She's been great. Y'all want to know what I do? You want to know why I do it? Here's how. You can go to these sites and you can learn. Oh, no wonder the YouTube one's not working right. See if I can edit that real quick. Oh, here. I'll just remove it. www.stevemcmillan.org. Come work with me. Let's chat. That is going to be it for this week. I hope that you guys got something out of it. I hope that you learned a little more about me. I definitely want to learn more about y'all, so y'all send me messages. I'm always checking my email, checking my Facebook messages, Twitter, Snapchat. I'm everywhere. And I love talking with people. I love getting to know people and finding out more about them. And not even necessarily to have them join my team or to try a product. I just like getting to know people. It's fun. I never thought anybody like me would say that, because I was a huge introvert. But there it is. I love talking with people. I hope that everybody has a fantastic rest of your weekend. Be looking for more stuff from me. I can't wait to see y'all next week. Y'all take care. Have a great, fantastic, blessed weekend.